What's going on, everyone? Today is episode 17 of the OSA Journey of Being an Athlete Again. I got a good video for you guys as I'm getting more athletic movements. I'm sprinting more, I'm jumping more. I'm starting to feel right, starting to move a heavier weight. Just that's what this series is about. Getting the best shape as I can, being the best athlete as I can. Before we dive into it, again, I've said in my last videos, I'm gonna keep saying it. Go check out my boy Terrell Horton on Instagram @_OhNoSetGo!! He is the instrumental music for my content. Does amazing work. Go check him out. Let's dive into the video.
All right, so for week 3, day 1, I just went into some sprints here, kneeling sprints. So I did 4 on each leg, 4 starting with the right leg, 4 on the left. It's going to work on that acceleration, working on the drive phase here as well, trying to drive through the ground, keep that shin angle at 45 degrees if I can. I'd like to work on my breakdown a little bit, maybe more of an actual breakdown. Like I said, I ran 8 of these. I'm starting to feel better. I was happy with the drive phase here, driving through, push, and then I start slowly, gradually coming up. Alright, so for my main lift, I went into deadlift. This was 90%. I actually had to go to straight bar here for 3x3, just because the hex bar wouldn't hold the weight. This was 290. No, 330, my bad, 330. Then I went into the side view of my 3x3 of 290, or 330 pounds. Trying to keep that straight back, push through with the legs. Then I went into my 2x3, 80%, so this was 290 with the 4 eccentric on the way down, making that eccentric phase longer. That was 2 sets of 3 reps. Then I went into my accessories. I did a seated cable row, 4x10. This is 110 pounds. Then went into neutral grip pull-ups, which was 4x. I got 7, 5, 3, and 4. Working a little biceps on that. Then I went into cable face pulls, which was as well 4x10. This was 95 pounds. This was a struggle. Should have probably went with 85. Then I went into the core, which was the the lower back hyper extensions here, 3x20 with the 10-pound plate this time. Definitely helping the lower back. Went to day 2, went with some hopping to just get the general prep after my warm up. I went with forward jumps, 10 seconds of jumps. Then I went into the side lateral jumps here, and this was also 10 seconds, as many jumps as I can. I did 2 rounds of these, so I did show both just to show you the general prep. Want to make sure everything's warmed up, the ankles, the feet, the knees, just getting the body moving, get the blood flowing. So my last set here of the lateral jumps. I then went into pogos, and you can see as I'm jumping, I'm bringing my toes up. So I'm going into dorsiflexion, and then when I land, I'm coming back to plantar flexion. So this is dorsiflexion as the feet go up, and then as I'm hitting the ground, I'm going back into that dorsiflexion. So now I went into a lunge jump, so kind of like the sprints, the kneeling sprints. I just went into a kneeling jump. I did 4 on each leg, jumping up to the stage here. 4 with the right, 4 with the left, trying to get up as high as I can. As you can see, conditioning is going to play a little bit of a part in this, getting tired. But again, this is focusing on that acceleration, that first step, power. And then this was just, again, I think I recorded the first round was the one leg, and now I'm going with the other leg. No, this one was actually alternating here. It's the same thing. I was just showing both rounds, but I alternated it this time instead of doing 4 on one leg and 4 on the other. This time I alternated going back and forth. I felt a little more not as tired doing 4 on one leg and 4 on the other. Then my last movement of the day was pop-ups. So I'm starting on both knees, popping up to my feet, and as soon as I get to my feet, go right into a box jump, or in this case, the stage. I did 2 rounds of these. It was 8 in a row. So getting a little conditioning in here. Again, working on that power, that explosiveness, and those transitions of just generating that force as much as I can. 2 sets, 8 jumps. This is my second set. It's a little longer part of the video. That's all right. Just let the music play here. I then went into my main lift, which was bench press. This was 3x3, 90% of my max. So this was 200 pounds here for 3x3. I then went into 2x3, which is that eccentric. So I'm lengthening or making the eccentric phase longer. This is when the muscle is lengthening. And this was 80%, 180. Then went into board press. This was 5x2, went with the third lowest board here, and this was 205 for 5x2. Got into my first accessory lift. This was dumbbell incline. I got 55s here for 9. I'm training myself till failure. That is huge. So I did 55 for 9, 45 for 6, 35 for 7, 35 for 10. After those different variations of the bench press, I'm dead. This was the dumbbell bench press. I did 4x10, and this was with 35s. You know, I am pushing myself to fatigue, pushing myself to where I can't push anymore, and that's what you want to do. That's how you get stronger. Then went into dips, added a 45-pound plate here. This was 4x10 reps as well with the plate. Then went into a hanging leg raise. This was 3 rounds of 10 reps. Try to keep those legs straight. I'd like to get them a little more straight here. You can see the tightness in the hamstrings. Then went into day 3. I had some, just agility here, going down and back, but each way I have to turn right on this first round. So turn right, turn right. So this one, I open up left. I sprint back down. I wouldn't say that's really a sprint. Look pretty slow. Open up to the left again. I need to stay low. I'm coming up too much, which is kind of making me hit that wall. Again, up too tall. I need to get low, touch the ground, stay low. It's only about 10 yards apart, so stay as low as I can, push through. I did 3 rounds of each one, so I did 3 where I open to the left each rep, and then open to the right each rep. 3 rounds of each. This played a big conditioning part, but like I said, this is something I need to do better at, kind of translating back to those first sprints in the beginning of the video. This is kind of like that drive phase. I want to keep a low center of gravity, generate as much force as I can, and just be athletic. Yep, standing up way too tall. Then went into my main lift, front squat. This was 3x3, 90%. I did 195 here. Legs are feeling good, and the lower back's starting to feel much better with the weight. Then went into 2x3. This was 80% of my max. This was 170. This is a 4-second eccentric on the way down. So all we're doing is making that eccentric phase of the movement longer. Then I went into the pin, so I'm just lifting up right back down to the start position. This was 5x5. I did 225 here, which was more than my max. Then I went into dumbbell step-ups. This was 4 sets, 10 reps. That's 10 reps each leg. I'm holding the dumbbells, so you're gonna have a grip strength play into this as well. I then went into RDLs, really gonna activate the hamstring. This was 4 sets, 10 reps, and I did the 55s here. Then went into hamstring curls, 4 sets, 10 reps, using the purple band and the green band here. Then for core, just finished with side planks. This was 3 rounds, 45 seconds each side. So for day 4, I just went into my general prep. This was a lateral power shuffle, so I'm pushing with that outside leg like a bound. Now I'm just doing a high knee karaoke, so that outside leg's getting the high knee up and over, and then back. Again, this is just some general prep before we get into the main movements. This is a crossover run, so my shoulders are facing the camera, my legs are opened up, turning, running, and then I'm looking back. This is back pedals. I did 3 rounds of this. This is just a low back pedal, but I'm reaching with those feet, so it looks a little awkward. I'm actually coming up a little too much with my upper body. Then I went into my main movement of the day, working on lateral movement, lateral push. So this is, I'm jumping up high, boom, back over as quickly as I can with that outside leg. That was for that leg. Now I'm going to go forward this leg. Jumping up as high as I can, boom. As soon as that foot hits, I'm transitioning back over. Now I'm going outside leg. Nope, sorry. This is just skater jumps here, back and forth. Try to stick the landing. 8 jumps for each leg. Now I'm doing skater jumps again, but this time I'm touching with the hand, the opposite hand to that opposite toe, touching the ground, which is making myself get down, absorb with the ankles and the knees. Now I'm doing it with a basketball. It's a little more of an object, trying to make my body have to control. Now I'm going outside leg, transitioning to a vertical jump. So outside leg to double feet, jump up as high as I can. This was 2 each leg. And now I'll go the right leg here, back, boom, boom, up. Messed that one up, didn't count it, went again. Now I'm going the same thing, but now I'm doing a broad jump. So I'm transitioning from lateral push-off to a broad jump out. Just working on these transitions, quick transitions. This is what athletes need. You have to be able to move at the, in a second real quick, especially in a game, because you're going to have you're guarding somebody in a sport. You've got to make a cut to go a different way. So this is all happening. This is all reactionary in the game. So this is just helping you with those quick reactionary movements in a game, your sport, whatever it is. So now I'm just pushing with the outside leg here into a broad, but as soon as those 2 feet hit, it's just a vertical. So it's not a broad jump, it's right into a vertical jump. Went into the main lift. This was shoulder press, 3x3, 90%, which is 130. Man, this is the one movement I would say I'm not seeing the strides I would like, but that's okay. Then I went down to 2 sets of 3 reps, 80%. This was 115, that 4 eccentric all the way down. I did not do the pins for this movement. Wasn't able to move the weight like I wanted, but that's okay. Went into upright rows. This is 4x10s. This is with the 45-pound plate. Then I'm going to go into the plate raises, front plate raises. This is a 45-pound plate, 4 sets, 10 reps. I kept my arms more straight this time. Then the last accessory was the front rear delt raises, 4 sets, 10 reps with 20s. Then finish with some sprinter sit-ups. This is 3 rounds, 20 reps, back touches each time. I appreciate you guys with this series of me just trying to get as athletic as I can. I'm getting more movement, sprinting, jumping, lifting heavy, trying to become the best version if I can and show you that anybody can be an athlete again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.